The Los Angeles Angels scored the final 7 runs of the game, highlighted by a 4-run third inning off David Price to win Game 2 of the series 7-3 on Saturday night. Welcome into the Boston Red Sox Newsfeed postgame recap. I'm Jess Thomas reporting for CLNS, a leading online provider of audio-visual coverage for the Boston Red Sox. It looked like we were going to have another repeat of last night after Boston scored 5 runs in the first inning on Friday night. The Red Sox jumped all over Angels starter JC Ramirez in the first 2 innings. Ramirez had a wild spell when he walked both Andrew Benintendi and Dustin Pedroia in the first. Hanley Ramirez drove in Benintendi to make it 1-0, but the Sox couldn't capitalize any more on the rally as Jackie Bradley Jr. flied out and Xander Bogaerts grounded out to end the frame. Boston was back at it in the second when Mitch Moreland singled to lead off the inning from the 7th hole, the first time he's batted 7th all season long. Christian Vasquez grounded to a fielder's choice, but he was safe at first on an error by the pitcher Ramirez. With 2 outs, Mookie Betts doubled home Vasquez, and Benintendi had some fun also with an RBI single of his own to score Betts, and that gave Boston its 3-0 lead, looking good early at that point. But after the first 2 innings, it was the Andrelton Simmons show, beginning in the third. Ben Revere singled off Price, and Mike Trout walked 2 batters later, setting up Albert Pujols, who doubled home both of them to get with the Angels within 1 run. 2 batters later, Simmons launched a 2-run homer to left field, and the Angels all of a sudden led 4-3 off Price, and they would never relinquish that lead. Ramirez settled down and pitched 3 straight 1-2-3 innings in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and that included 5 strikeouts over that span. And while he was rolling, Price was struggling more and wasn't helped by poor defense by Xander Bogaerts. Bogey made an error in the 4th that didn't come back to harm Price, but the pitcher wasn't as lucky in the 5th. Pujols and C.J. Cron singled back-to-back, and Simmons did more damage, driving home a run to make it 5-3 with the Angels' 3rd straight single of the inning. Price hit Cole Calhoun with a pitch, and then the sloppiness ensued. Martin Maldonado hit a tailor-made double play to short, but Bogaerts flipped underhanded and totally missed Pedroia's glove, and the 6th run scored, making it 6-3. The inning turned when the Angels tried a squeeze play, and Cliff Pennington missed the bunt, and Calhoun was thrown out at home after a rundown, and Pennington struck out to end the frame, but the damage clearly was already done at this point. The Sox stranded 2 runners in the 6th after a Bogaerts double and a Moreland walk, and then the Angels got 1 more in the 6th when Trout ripped an RBI single off Heath Hembree to cap the scoring. Ben Taylor shut the door in the final 2 innings, but the Sox couldn't do anything off a combo of Blake Parker, David Hernandez, and Bud Norris with a combined 1 hit in the final 3. Back in the 5th inning, manager John Farrell got ejected by home plate Phil Cuzzi for arguing balls and strikes when Pedroia struck out looking. Many Sox hitters didn't agree with strike 3's called from Cuzzi, and Farrell had clearly had enough. It wasn't nearly as exciting as his last spat this year when he got ejected by Bill Miller, but it was still good nonetheless. David Price only lasted 5 innings in this one, giving up 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, with 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. It was his worst outing in quite a while, as he'd been pitching very well previously. It's his first time giving up more than 3 runs in a game since June 8th against the Yankees. On the other side, after allowing 4 hits and 2 walks in the first 2 innings, JC Ramirez only allowed 1 more hit and 1 more walk the last 4 innings of his outing, and the Sox didn't score after the second. Nobody in the Red Sox lineup had more than 1 hit today, but Betts did hit his AL-leading 31st double in the 2nd inning. Boston falls to 55-44 and will look to take 2 out of 3 from the Angels on Sunday afternoon at 3:37 when Rick Porcello takes on Parker Bridwell. Be sure to tune in to the CLNS for your pregame notes from Joe Danker and a full game recap courtesy of Lars Yestaby tomorrow. This has been Jess Thomas for CLNS.